Interoception. So interoception is something that some people are familiar with if you're an athlete, if you do yoga. It's that body scanning, having that relationship with our body. And it's as simple as starting, for instance, in each of our toes, sending our intention up through the body, through the toes, visiting each one, moving through the balls of our feet, into our ankles, and up through our calves. And we start to notice different aspects. Now, you can body scan for absolutely everything, but you can break it down and then do a body scan, for instance, for your joints. You can do a body scan for your muscles, and you can start to then pattern and notice your normal, because your normal changes as well. So normal of one day, of 1 week, then changes in our cycles. So that might be seasonally when we eat different foods. That could be when we're doing more sport. That could be in our menstrual cycle. For instance, if you then feel inflammation in your pelvic area, then that's your normal in that particular week. And we also then are able to treat different parts of the body in different ways. So for instance, this practice, interoception, is part of my mind psychologist model. So when people come to me, we start to map and body scan and find patterns. And we've got to ask questions on the biopsychosocial model. So if I'd fallen down last week and whacked the shoulder, I would treat it differently, for instance, than if my neck and shoulders and jaw were tense. So for instance, if I said, no, nothing's happened that's physical, I would then look at clenching my muscles, holding, doing my breath work 4, 6, 8, and releasing, which always makes me feel a bit starry. I really like it. And by holding and clenching our muscles, we can help release tension that sits within the fascias. So we learn our areas, emotional stress and tension that we hold in our body. We learn how we feel with different foods. And interoception goes further than just as knowing. It's about hearing our whispers, the whispers of our body, because the body doesn't lie, but sometimes we need help to interpret what it is telling us. So, and that can come through the GP, medical practitioners, psychologists, different somatic workers, etc. And years ago, I worked with a guy he was a banker in London, and he was pushing through all the time, push. And to ignore his body that really needed him to stop, not even rest or slow down, like stop. He didn't have a heart attack, but what did happen, he used to use alcohol, prescription drugs and recreational drugs to just keep going. Until one day he couldn't get out of bed. He was in agony from head to toe. He could not get out of bed. And that is called an allostatic load. It's burnout. Allostatic load. The body is basically saying, no more. We're not doing this anymore. Now, being a banker, he had, a lifestyle that meant that he had a pot of money and he was able to change his life. And to this day, he lives on a beautiful island and no more banking. But if you haven't got a huge pot of money and you are self-employed, etc., you need to be able to have interoception in your toolkit so you're able to listen to the whispers of the body and then act upon them early for your own wellness and health and understanding. So it is a really cheap tool. You can do it in bed, in the shower, in the car. We're not taught it. Children aren't taught it. But to have that relationship with ourselves, I think it's hugely important. And I put it very early on in my mind psychologist model. I'm Tara Dakin. I'm the mind psychologist. Thank you.